Summertime is finally here. The month of June is always full of sun, beaches, barbecues, and finals and championships in the sports world. Welcome back to Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and I will bring you up to speed on all major sporting events happening right now. First and foremost, we have the NBA Finals set. Representing the Western Conference are the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors went 53-29 on the season, finishing the year in third place in the Western Conference. Once in the playoffs, they took down the Denver Nuggets 4-1 in the first round, the Memphis Grizzlies 4-2 in round 2, and then finally the Dallas Mavericks 4-1 in the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors, led by their big three, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, have now been in 6 of the last 8 NBA Finals series and have won 3 times. On top of that, in a season plagued by injuries and other issues, the Warriors had one of the worst records in the NBA just 2 years ago. They now return to glory and attempt to win their 4th Larry O'Brien trophy since 2015. In their way is the team from the East, the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have won 17 NBA championships over the course of their franchise. However, their last finals appearance was in 2010, and their last championship victory was in 2008. To get to where they are now, the Celtics swept the Brooklyn Nets in round 1, took down the reigning champion Milwaukee Bucks 4-3 in round 2, and then beat out the number 1 seed Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals in a very thrilling Game 7. This is a series with a matchup of 2 historic teams and 2 teams that have a very similar play style. The Warriors are currently very slightly favored to win the series and to be crowned champions. Now here's my prediction. The Golden State Warriors will win the finals in Game 7 and bring home another title to the Bay Area. Game 1 was on Thursday night, and the Celtics were able to steal the first win on the road, jumping out to a 1-0 lead. Game 2 will be on Sunday at 5 p.m., so be sure to tune in. Over in the other playoffs that, yes, are still going on, the NHL has come down to just 4 teams. The Colorado Avalanche are taking on the Edmonton Oilers, and Game 1 was a thriller. In a high-scoring matchup, the Avs were able to secure a win in Game 1, winning 8-6. On the other side of the bracket, the reigning consecutive champion Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Rangers are competing for their spot in the Stanley Cup Finals. In a bit of a surprise, the Rangers were able to pick up a win in Game 1 of the series on Wednesday night, winning 6-2. Game 2 will be tonight. Personally, I would love to see a matchup of the Edmonton Oilers and the Tampa Bay Lightning in the finals. The Oilers have the best offensive player the NHL has seen in a very long time in Connor McDavid, and the Lightning have Andrei Vasilevsky, a goalie that, in Tampa Bay's last 7 series-clinching playoff games, has 6 shutouts and given up 1 goal total, stopping 199 of 200 shots in those games. The matchup would be a metaphor for the age-old question, what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Both of these playoffs will be over before we know it, so if you're anything like me, we'll try to enjoy every last second of the games we have left. In the world of racing, F1's biggest spectacle took place last weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix. Major celebrities all watched from their yachts as the drivers completed another race on the season. As always, there was some drama and controversy. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was in the number 1 spot to begin the race. In a race like Monaco, the track is very narrow, which makes passing nearly impossible throughout most of the race. So, more often than not, the car that starts in first place ends in first place. This was not the case this year. And probably the biggest error of the season, Ferrari had both of their cars enter the pits at the same time, causing confusion and frustration among the drivers, as well as causing Leclerc to lose the lead. He would still finish the race in 4th place. This was a major loss in terms of points and standings for the season. Red Bull driver Sergio Perez pulled off an incredible performance and secured the 1st place victory when all was said and done. The next race will be next weekend on June 12th. Switching gears over to the Diamond, the MLB season is still going strong. The Angels have hit a bit of a skid and have fallen just slightly in the rankings. However, they still have a long way to go and are still on track to make a playoff appearance. In the NL, both the Dodgers and Padres are still playing great baseball and both remain top 10 teams in the league. I'm still holding on to my prediction that 2 of these 3 teams will make the playoffs, although I think and hope that all 3 of them will make it. The NFL Organized Team Activities, or OTAs, have officially begun and teams are in full swing in training camp. Nothing too major has happened yet, but there's some situations and storylines worth keeping an eye on, and once news breaks, I'll bring it right to you. Enjoy the multitude of sports we have to watch this weekend, and also be sure to soak in some of the beautiful summer weather. I'm Cole Young. Thank you for joining me on this week's edition of Sports Corner. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.